Previously on Untitled Season 2, the floor boss, codenamed Psy, also known as the Creepy Clown Kid, officially challenged us to an official duel where he fought like a ninja samurai for the for the royal family of Avalon. He was what you would call the vanguard from behind the scenes of the darkness and the shadows, and he had definitely the stealth and ninja art skills to prove it. However, his most sinister ability came in his jarring ability to summon illusions of clowns with his otherworldly screech. Yeah, these apparitions came and surrounded us, and they were very elusive and hard to get rid of. But that wasn't even the strangest part. They coalesced together and formed into this humanoid creature, or should I say creatures. And then, how can I explain it? They turned into like a circus of clowns, illusionary clowns, just like him. They looked just like him, and it was just kind of unexpected. They did these little obnoxious things, and they just very distracting. And it was just like, wow. But all that was thrown out the window when them things started to play rough with their tools and stuff. So then, while we were being distracted with those creepy clowns, Kone Sai tried to fill the entire floor with dark energy, consuming like everything in its path until Fidelia and codename Lambda caught onto it and worked together and obliterated the darkness using their combined light attack, which curated all of the darkness in the floor. Okay, that clearly was a direct hit. Did you hit him?
Well, judging by the amount of smoke and debris, my sensors don't show any signs of me missing my target. Wait, that's him over there.
Well done, my toys. You've successfully defeated me. I knew this would be the exit route I needed to escape my fate.
Escape route? Escaping your fate? You're not making any sense, Clown Kid. I don't get it. As fast as you are, you could have easily dodged that last beam. What's going on?
My freedom from this torture, this dark matter is no joke. That's saying a lot, coming from a clown.
Dark matter? Lambda, sweetheart, what is this guy talking about?
Give me a moment to examine.
You saw the dark matter for yourself, didn't you, Lambda? What it's doing to my system, as we speak.
It's quite an unfortunate set of circumstances. I'm terribly sorry.
Sorry, Lambda, what do you have to be sorry about?
It's your brother, LC. The dark matter from Simon's microchip has completely infected his mecha core. It was only a matter of time before he would have been corrupted into a being whose words, thoughts, deeds and actions would have been nothing but pure, consistent evil. He decided to end this before things got really bad for his system.
No, Simon, why must you torment me from even beyond the grave? This is just downright unfair.
Please don't cry, sis. There's no point in holding a grudge against a man who's long gone. I walked this path of vengeance, so you wouldn't have to. If you ask me, this is my just reward, all things considered. After I carried out my vengeance against Simon, the only thing that was left for me to do was to meet you for myself, Cecilia. It was an honor.
No, things just can't end this way. They just can't. I plan to return you to our family, so you could get acquainted with them. Now, what can I tell them?
Cecilia, when I scanned your memories, I saw all the unspoken words, apologies and regrets for your actions that you've yet to tell your father, sister and the rest of your family. You should make amends with them. If you can't do it for yourself, consider doing it for your brother who went astray and has accepted the consequences of his actions.
LC, I didn't want this to happen. This was supposed to be different.
No, Cecilia. This is how it's supposed to be. I hereby declare your team the winners of this dungeon floor.
And just like that, codename Psy ceased functioning before our very eyes. and the stage was unanimously cleared after that. But once again, it didn't really feel too much like a victory. It felt still once again like a loss, like a major loss, especially for Cece. She was putting on a brave face, but I know she was definitely troubled after that. And what his final request was when it came to Codename Psy definitely did give her a lot of thought, so we left her be.
Meanwhile, within the Vanguard station, this happened.
I honestly don't know where to begin. To think so much corruption took place within the Vanguard. First Simon, then Beta, afterwards Psy, and now it returns to Simon again. Just what kind of weird cycle is circling within this place? It's insane. Is that Her Majesty calling the station now? Yes. Mistress Lionheart, is everything alright? What can I assist you with?
Codename Omicron, it's quite lovely to hear your voice. There's something I'd like for you to do, once Ida finishes their dungeon stage.
Yes, Mistress. What is your request?
I'd like for you to grant our 7 players access to the resting area. Considering the trials they endured within the labyrinth, I say it's well earned. Don't you agree?
Yes, Your Highness. I agree wholeheartedly.
However, I'm only interested in admitting 4 of the players, the Blue Hero, Pink Fairy, as well as both Lady Violet and Scarlet. The other 3 will simply ride the bench.
So, you want me to simply restrict the other 3 players' access to your final chamber? Very well, I understand.
I know it's a rather odd request, but it's to prevent overcrowding.
Yes, Your Highness. It shall be done. However, are you aware of all the corruption that transpired within the Vanguard? I'd like to hear your opinion on this matter.
Fully aware, actually. I personally thought it was all entertainment. Surely you didn't think all this happened outside of my watchful eyes within Avalon. That little pest, Simon, got dispatched by his own hands, and I didn't do a thing for it to happen. Beta had potential, but she clearly couldn't handle her new powers or position correctly, so her demise was inevitable. As for Codename Psy, he was just a professional janitor, cleaning out the undesirables both within Avalon and the Vanguard. He was good, but easily replaceable. As for you, Omicron, your intelligence is what keeps making you useful to our organization. That's the only reason you survived the longest. That's what I like about you.
Your Highness, your compliment means so much coming from you. I feel honored. Very well. I shall fulfill the final stages of our plans.
Excellent. I'm looking forward.
And so, Omicron agreed with Mistress Lionheart to fulfill the final stages of this insidious plan that I'm not too eager to find out what it actually is. But nevertheless, he had his orders to do. And we were sent, after traveling through that final floor boss stage, that previous floor boss stage, we were sent wondering what the next floor hold. We were hoping that we wouldn't be having to fight the boss just yet, but we already knew it was going to be something like some kind of intermission, some type of interim. So then we just braced ourselves and hopefully see it wasn't any more fighting. But actually, we were kind of surprised what the next floor held, so yeah. Last I checked, I thought Codename Psy was supposed to have been the penultimate boss before facing the Queen. If that's true, then what's this place supposed to be?
After a quick glance of this floor, I believe this is a resting point, right before the players face against the final boss of this labyrinth. You could say this is our final stop to rest up, heal, and stock up on supplies before we proceed any further.
As nice and relaxing as this place is, I can't help but wonder just how truly menacing the Queen will be. I'm not trying to sound pessimistic or anything, but it's best not to rule out the possibility.
No, we can't overlook that. However, we didn't come this far, defeating Vanguard members one after another just to get cold feet before facing the Queen. If anything, you should be fuming with adrenaline and ready to end this corruption for good.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right, sweetheart. That's exactly why we're here.
Ah, I knew I heard a pair of familiar voices here somewhere. I must say, Your side definitely took your sweet time getting here. It looks like your team clearly went through the ringer. Those floor bosses must have been quite the challenge.
Lady Scarlet, you certainly don't know half of it. I'm just glad both the rest of your team and Violet are doing well. And on the subject of Violet, where's the rest of your group anyway?
Fret not. She along with the others are dining nearby at the robot diner. Players' first meal is free.
Wait, what? Robot diner? Players eat free? I'm definitely on my way over there.
Great. You go ahead and eat till your heart's content, while I bring Lady Scarlet up to speed on what's going on.
Now, this be a part where a lot of us ask questions, but if we asked them the questions, they'd be like this: shh, it's science. Hey, as long as there's a free meal concerning this after all the fighting we did, I'm not really complaining. So yeah, no complaints here. Wow, Lady Scarlet was actually right. There really is a conveniently placed diner located on this floor. Still, it leaves very little to the imagination as to who or what is actually operating this place.
Ah, your team has finally made it. We've been expecting you, Side A. Please, let me take your order. The first meal is absolutely free for you players.
Well, don't mind if I do. Now, let's see what we got here. Aha! I have the number 5 with a side of fries and a medium soda.
Excellent choice. Will that be all for you, sir?
That'll be all, sport. Can't wait to see how great your work tastes.
Why, thank you. Your food will be ready shortly. It'll only be a few minutes wait.
Awesome. Fidelia, sweetheart, grab yourself a bite to eat and stop looking so stoic. I know things are a bit crazy around here, but we need our strength. After all the fighting we did in this labyrinth, I'm surprised that we didn't come across this place sooner.
I know that. However, I'm actually still recovering from all the madness of the previous floor. It's not just that tragic falling out between codenamed Psy and Cecilia. It's also that cryptic message from Antisper from beyond the grave. The Lord of the Undead was a very powerful threat back then. Now, we've received word of 3 other lords just as, or if not, stronger than he is. Very troubling news, if I say so myself.
Yeah, I was a bit taken aback myself. I don't think that's news anyone's ready to hear. Even so, that's an overload to focus on that as well as this current mission at hand. We're beings that can only do one major mission at a time, so there's no need to stress ourselves out unnecessarily. Besides, even if everything he said was true, what does it have to do with the mission of rescuing Arya right now?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, don't worry about that stuff, at least not for now. Well, that must be my order. You know, Fidelia, if you have a full stomach, you wouldn't be thinking about things that you have no control over. So just grab a plate already. We'll wait.
Well, if you say so.
After that was said, both sides unanimously grouped up and rejoined, each telling their story and what really took place on their sides. It was a lot of things and information we needed to go share and discuss. Wow, I'm talking about looking back, it was a lot of things. From not just fighting robots, but also fighting powerful legendary swordsman samurai that are just as strong as the princess. And creepy killer clowns with a vendetta and vengeance against other members of the Vanguard. And the overall process of going through a grueling roguelike dungeon with items and stuff that just completely unavailable, and we just had to grind each floor with the amount of HP that we have now. It was quite a grueling challenge, don't get us wrong. But even so, despite all that, we had a fire inside of us, a zeal to see if we work together, even the final boss would be no match for our combined strength. Now that's what I call classic teamwork.